Hello, good morning. It is approximately 9 a.m. on a Sunday morning, so if it looks like I just woke up, I literally just did. I brewed myself a coffee, came to my desk, had to clean my desk because yesterday I spent a whole day drawing and painting birds. So there was paint everywhere, there was paper everywhere, it was just like bleh. So I cleaned my desk here and there, and throughout the cleaning process I did find an old sketchbook which was tucked away at the very back of my desk. This is an old sketchbook from 2016. I did buy it then when I first started my YouTube art journey. The very first drawing dates back to August 2016, so that's when I first started everything. And it's just interesting to see that throughout the years I did draw a few things here and there, but I never actually committed to it. But near the end of the sketchbook there's a lot of blank pages, so I figured that for this video it'd be a cool idea just to fill in those pages. Just be a cool idea to fill in those pages and kind of see the progression. So grab your sketchbooks, grab your pencils, and come along and sketch with me. So let's take a quick peek inside and see what this sketchbook is all about. So yeah, this is the very first drawing of my rabbit Oliver in August 2016. And as you can see, if we flip through each page, you're going to see that I did draw a lot of animals, really small animals. Oh, this is concept art for The Witcher, and then here is like, yeah, a bunch of other animals. Actually, at the time I believe I was doing a 30-day drawing challenge, which is something I'd like to try again. Basically draw something every single day, but you could see that my drawings were kind of, yeah, bad. Here's one from September where I was trying to draw humans. I had no idea how to do so. Here's a really cute rabbit. I was drawing a lot of rabbits back then, hence my name Brushes and Bunnies, because I love rabbits. I have rabbits myself, and yeah, I was doing lots of pet art with animals. So here is just concept art for that. Here's a really cute one with Copic marker. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So basically, you're getting the idea of how I used to draw. You can see a lot of the work is not finalized, it's not finished, it's very dull. And it's very small. And we're starting to get into 2017 here. Yeah, 2017 I was trying a little bit more in terms of shadings. Still very small, like I'm not taking up the whole space of the drawing or of the page. And I believe we're starting to get into 2018 here. I did not date this for some reason, but yeah, this is something that you would see probably during my 2018 year. So yeah, I did do these two sketches for a tutorial video for learning how to draw proportions or how to draw faces with proportions. You guys can check that out. I'll be adding a card right here. So yeah, this is definitely 2019, sorry. Yeah, these are all 2019. And I believe we're almost through. There's not much left. Right, okay, so the end is just blank pages. And we're just gonna kick it off from here and we're gonna get started. I decided to start with something super simple, and that is just going along with my bird binge that I've been doing for the past few days. And I decided to just sketch some really cute birds in my sketchbook and just kind of start with those basic shapes. I think something that I could provide you guys with advice in terms of like starting a sketchbook and or starting just to draw after a long time of not drawing is to sketch something you're familiar with and sketch something that you enjoy. The reason why I like drawing birds is because they're kind of blocky in shape. They're just like blocks of fluff and feathers, and I think they're an easy animal to get started with. So yeah, just, you know, find a couple reference photos online and try your hand at drawing these little birds. They are a really fun exercise to do when you're first starting to get into everything. So this is the reason why I like to loosen up with drawing birds. Also, they're super cute and they're super sassy. So I am drawing one right now that is kind of like squawking at me, like completely pissed off. They are fun. They have emotions, which I do like to try to capture in my actual sketches. Now the goal for these pages is to keep my sketches as loose as possible. I'm not going to be showing you everything that I did in this sketch session. I'm just going to be showing you some of the ones that I of course want to show off. But in this case, the goal was just to keep everything very loose and try to draw as quick as I could and not dwell on the details. Dwelling on details, especially early on in the sketch, is a super bad habit of mine. I tend to do this in sketches and also in paintings, although I'm a little bit more worse in paintings because it's super easy to get away with, you know, working with the details right away. And sketches allows you more time to just, you know, play around and be super loose in terms of like your sketching style and then focus on the details afterwards. So in this case, I am trying to draw a character from the show Witcher and or game Witcher, although I am drawing the actress from the Witcher series who portrays Ciri, and I did have a reference photo up and I wanted to capture that youthful look that she has, and this is something that's a bit challenging for me because I don't tend to draw characters that are young in age. So in this case, just making all the features super soft and rounded was really something that I struggled with. So I did do a first edition, which is what you're seeing on my left, or on the left side of the screen, and I did a recreation of the same sketch using the same reference photo on the right side. So there's a little bit of a difference, but this just goes to show that yeah, I tend to get lost in details a little bit and I may not get the proportions right away, and it's something that requires another sketch through just to see if I could fix it and or to see the differences in proportions and details. So I do like to do this exercise sometimes, just draw the same picture twice just to see exactly where things went wrong and if I was able to improve upon anything. So this is something that's like a little bit fun to actually do in your sketchbook if you're up to it. It can also be kind of frustrating because you're like, oh, I'm drawing the same thing twice or 3 times and I just can't get it right. But it's fine. It's all part of the exercise and part of practice in general. If I compare the sketches that I did in 2016 that were visible at the beginning of the sketchbook, I could already say that there has been a lot of progression in terms of my skill when it comes to sketching and also just, you know, concept work. Although concept work does require a lot more work, I need to really work on this just to make bigger and better sketches that are a little bit more illustrative in nature, because currently what I'm doing is mostly faces and expressions, not really expressions, more so faces and characters, rather than having a full-fledged concept that I could then bring onto paintings. And this is something that I really want to work on this year, is to make actual concept work and some really cool illustrations that are just not focusing on either maybe just a human face or, you know, a few plants here and there. I really want to make something that is big and is more conceptual. So that's a goal of mine for sure for 2020. But in general, if I look back already with the 4-year progression, there has been a lot. You know, back then I wouldn't have done big, large sketches just because I was not comfortable with it. It was really hard for me to do this, so I would work always in a small format. So that's why you see lots of my older sketches are quite small in nature. And generally speaking, in terms of like the speed and how quick I'm able to sketch now, it's really different. I'm able to come up with a sketch in under 10 minutes, something that is full-fledged, and you know, it's not perfect, but it's also way better than what I could have done 4 years ago. I do have to say, however, that like during this 4-year progression, I feel like I should have probably progressed a lot more, but there were periods in throughout these 4 years that I did take a break, so I did stop for months at a time, just couldn't draw anymore, and it was times where I really needed to recuperate and to kind of like refocus on other projects and just kind of let myself chill for a little bit. So there were breaks in between, and I definitely think this is a necessary thing when you're an artist because it can get really overwhelming. Another thing that has changed a lot is that I'm drawing things that I never would have drawn earlier. Different types of characters, different ways in terms of like how they're positioned, maybe show a little bit more body, just things I would have not really tried because I didn't know how to back then. But now this is something that comes with ease, and it's all because of practice. So yeah, one big advice from me to you is to try to draw things that are outside of your comfort zone, and don't worry about if it looks ugly or if you can't do it. Just practice and just try to do it, because later on you're definitely going to love yourself for doing that, and you'll be surprised at what you can actually achieve. And that's everything for this video. I hope you did enjoy it. I want to wish you a great start to the week, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye!